Hi guys, welcome back to the Plant-Based Chow. I'm Holly, and today I am here with my daughter Ananiah, and we're going to show you how to make Reubens. That was one of my favorite things before coming vegan, and I really missed them, and I found this. This is not one of my own recipes. I found it online somewhere, and to be honest, I don't even remember where I found it from at this point. But I have the recipe, and I'll share it with you guys as another one of our family favorites. Actually, I can't even say family favorites. It's my favorite, and she likes it, but the husband and son won't go near it. But they never liked Reubens to begin with. Alright, so this is a really quick, easy recipe. And Ananiah is going to do most of our pouring in of ingredients and helping us out. So in this pot, I just have 2 cups of water. That's all I have in there. And then we have an onion. Now this is probably way more onion than what I really needed, but I had about a half of sweet onion left and I just needed to use it and get it over with. So otherwise you can use probably just a small onion and just quarter it. That way you're just basically using it for the flavoring in the tempeh that we're going to put in, and that's really it. So Naya, go ahead and put our onion in there, in that pot. You want to say hi to everybody, by the way? Alright, and then here in this cup we have liquid aminos. Again, here you can use tamari or you can use soy sauce as well. Whichever is good for you, but I would try and go with something a little bit more low sodium, and that is 3 tablespoons. So go ahead and put that in. That's okay. Cooking can be messy, so that's good. And then here in this little glass thing here, we have 2 cloves of garlic. I just peeled them and kind of smashed them, but again, you don't really need to cut or mince this up or anything as well. It's just going to go into our broth, so go ahead and dump those in. Awesome. And then we have 1 bay leaf. I'm going to put the leaf in. And then here we have 8 ounces of tempeh. So I'll show you, this is tempeh. And the brand that I get from the store that sells it close to us only has the one that kind of comes in a little block. So I cut mine and just right down, and it gives me little pieces like this. Okay.
It reminds me of chopped up peanuts. That's what they kind of look like.
Chopped up peanuts. So we can just now take our sliced tempeh and just put it into the pot with all of our onions, just gently so it doesn't fall apart, with our onions and all that stuff. And then we'll put this on the stove and just kind of let it simmer and let that tempeh really absorb all the flavors from the garlic and the onion and the liquid aminos, and really take on that flavor. So we'll let it simmer on the stove for about 20 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and put that over there now. If you want to come take a look into the pan. So that's kind of what it looks like, and I'm going to get a spoon here to stir it up. And I forgot to let you know that today Naya's not my only helper. I have my son who's actually holding the camera. So if things seem a little bit different than normal, that's why. Alright, so again, that's just going to I'm going to let that come to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer. And then we'll come on back over here. While that's on the stove getting ready, real quick, we're going to take our bowl that our onions were in, just so that we can save on dirty dishes. And we're going to take, this is 3 tablespoons of vegan mayo. And I showed you our vegan mayo in our previous video, so check that out. So now you go ahead and put that inside there.
It's like butter. It smells like mayo.
And then in our other little cup, we have ketchup. It's fine. We have ketchup. This is 2 tablespoons of ketchup. And we're going to mix this together. This will be our Thousand Island dressing that you usually find on Reuben's. This is relish, and I'm actually going to kind of just drain some of the juices off of this right now. That way it's not too watery. So this is about 2 tablespoons of relish as well. So go ahead and put that in there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this all up, give it a good stir, and get it combined. And we'll put it into the fridge until we're ready to use it. But for right now, since we have to wait about 20 minutes or so for that to simmer and get all the different flavors combined, we'll go ahead and be done with the video for now, and I'll be right back and show you how to put everything together. Alright guys, welcome back. Right now I have the tempeh over here in this pot, which is all done. In this pan right here I have our Reuben, the rye bread. And what I did is I just kind of slightly buttered it just a tiny bit and just kind of getting that like crispy outside going on, kind of grilling it up just a little bit. While it is in the pot, I'm going to go ahead and assemble some of the sandwich, or I'm sorry, in the pan. While it's in the pan, I'm going to go ahead and assemble some of it there. I'm going to put on the cheese first. So this is, I'm using the Daya mozzarella cheese. There's many different brands that they have, so whatever your favorite vegan cheese is, you can use. I'm going to put this on here now because it's going to help melt down that cheese just a little bit better than just putting the hot stuff on it. So I'm just going to put that in here. Jericho, you can come on over and take a look in this pan for everybody to see.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So you see how I got just the cheese kind of laying on there, getting it warm, getting it to melt down. And then while that's doing that, I'm just going to take some of the tempeh, and I'm going to lay the hot tempeh over the cheese here. And how many ever pieces of tempeh that you want? I usually just put 1 layer going all the way across. You don't have to keep going back and forth. You're going to make people dizzy.
Okay.
Jericho's still holding the camera for me. He's doing a pretty good job. So as you can see, I just put one layer across. Can you guys see that? You got it over here? So 1 layer across there like that. And then let me see. So yeah, that's pretty good and brown. That's good for me. Nice and crunchy. And so I'm sure the other one's pretty good too. And then from there, I have the sauerkraut. And what I did with the sauerkraut is I went ahead and squeezed some of the juices out because I don't really prefer like a dripping, sopping wet sandwich. But that's up to you. So if you want it a little bit wetter or whatnot, you can just leave it. But I did kind of squeeze some of mine out. And so I'm just gonna layer that on top of the tempeh. Again, as much as you want, how much ever sauerkraut that you want. So sauerkraut is a fermented food, so it's really good for your gut. So this is your, instead of having to take a bunch of probiotics, eat prebiotics, and then you won't need the probiotics. And prebiotics are your fermented foods and your greens, things like that. Alright, so let me get a spatula. I'm just going to slide this out of the pan. And then take our other piece here. And then we have, come on over. We have the Thousand Island dressing that Naya put together earlier for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and slather that on. Again, whatever you want. So this is a marbled rye bread. So it's not all rye, but it's marbled, as you've seen some of the white in there. And then pop that right on top of there. Some people like to add more cheese to that side as well, but here it is. That's your Reuben. You got your tempeh, your cheese, your sauerkraut, and your Thousand Island. So come on over. Let's get a little bit of a close-up of this beautiful sandwich. I know our lighting is just not very good today. I promise it looks a lot better than what it does right here on this camera for whatever reason. I'll try and take a picture of it and so you guys can kind of get a better idea of how yummy that looks. But anyway, there it is. It's delicious. Who wants to try it for the camera?
Me.
You want to try it for the camera?
I will not be trying that.
There's Jericho.
Of course you aren't.
All right, so
Just not sauce. Just cut a piece off.
you want to cut that in two?
Sure.
Cut it in two. Careful. All right. And careful, it could be a little hot from the bread just coming off the burner and
So you have had
the
one?
tempeh.
Yeah. I have had one of these.
She's tearing it up, you guys. Look at her. All right, take a taste test. Careful.
Oh, good.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching the plant-based chow. I hope you are able to try this new recipe out and tell me what you think about it. Make sure you leave a comment below and, of course, subscribe to the channel.